In this video, I'm going to teach you how to play Assassination Rogue, but I'm going to simplify it that anyone with a brain cell, just one brain cell, will be able to play Assassination Rogue, hopefully. As I said in my previous video, which was my sub guide, people tend to be put off from rogues just because of how much complexities that they think that the class has, and while the class does have it, you can make it quite simple and easy if explained in a simple and right way. Assassination Rogue is a spec in which you dot everybody up with your bleeds and your poisons, and you ensure that you have your own buffs active as well. Now, while that sounds confusing, it's actually not, and I think this spec is so much easier and simple than sub rogue. I'm going to keep it quite simple and just follow off Wowhead in terms of talent builds. I'm sure you can find a more longer video explanation of how to play Assassination Rogue, but just for simplicity, I'm going to keep it simple and concise. Wowhead suggests you play the talent of Deathstalker or Mythic Plus. In Deathstalker, what you do is you'll ambush someone from stealth and you apply Deathstalker's mark. And then when you spend 5 or more combat points on that target, you consume application of Deathstalker's mark, dealing 150k plague damage and increasing the damage of your next ambush or mutilate. You may only have one target with this at a time. The reason why that's important is because that means in Assassination you need to have a prior target, the one that you're going to be focusing, your main target. The bottom of the talent tree is the Darkest Night, so when you consume the final Deathstalker mark from a target, gain 40 energy, and your next envenom cast with maximum combat points is going to critically strike. And it also applies Deathstalker's mark to the target, so it's kind of like fluidity that way. Now, for Assassination Rogue, all you need to do is make sure your targets have Garrote initially, because of the talent of Indiscriminate Carnage allows you to apply Garrote to nearby additional enemies, but also improved Garrote, which means that through stealth it does more damage. You need to ensure everyone has a Rupture. You need to ensure everyone has Crimson Tempest. You need to ensure everyone has applications of your poisons, and also you need to ensure that you have Caustic Spatter activated. Now, as confusing as that sounds, it's not that bad, because once you start your opener and once you get into the habit of keep practicing this, you'll just apply all these things naturally, and then all you'll have to do is just maintain it. So let's do an AoE opener. So initially I'll hit him with an ambush, and then this guy will be my main target as he has the Deathstalker's mark, right? By the way, you're going to have a talent called Dragon Tempered Blades, which allows you to apply 4 poisons, and the ones that I recommend is Amplifying Poison, have Atrophic Poison, and then just do Deadly and Crippling. So Deadly, Amplifying, Crippling, and Atrophic. So here we go. So we're going to ambush for Deathstalker's mark, then we're going to Garrote. Can you see how it spread to everyone? Then we're going to Rupture, we're going to get our combat points back, we're going to Rupture again, and that's gone to everyone. We're going to hit and mutilate or ambush however fast you do it, which causes Caustic Spatter on the target. Yep, Fan of Knives. Well, usually you'll have a Fan of Knives proc, Fan of Knives, and then we're just going to hit everyone with Crimson Tempest. And that's primarily how you're going to open. And then you're just going to monitor all of your targets. Now obviously you're going to have cooldowns. So you're going to have Death Mark, which causes your Garrote, Rupture, and Lethal Poisons to be duplicated. You're going to have Kingsbane, which releases a poison causing nature damage. And at the same time, when you apply Lethal Poisons to the target, Kingsbane damage increases by 20% up to 1000%. And you're also going to have Shiv, which will cause a bit of damage but increases your nature damage onto the target by 30% for 8 seconds. So you're going to put your bleeds on, as shown. You're going to put Death Mark on, which is going to duplicate all the damage. You're going to put Kingsbane, and then you're going to pop Shiv on the last 8 seconds of Kingsbane, because as the damage ramps up, and Shiv only lasts for 8 seconds, whilst this lasts for 14 seconds, you're going to apply on the last 8 seconds, which is going to be more damage as the nature damage increase, but Kingsbane is doing already more damage from the stacks. So in AoE setting, this is how it will look. Ambush, Garrote, Rupture, hit an ambush, Caustic Spatter, Fan of Knives, apply your Crimson Tempest, and then pop your burst. Ensure all your dots are up. Wait for the last 8 seconds of Kingsbane, apply your Shiv. Make sure your Caustic Spatter doesn't go off. And that's literally it. Now see my Crimson Tempest is going off, get the combo points, put my Crimson Tempest back on. As you can see, a lot of them have my Garrote fallen off. But since you're managing so many things, it's probably easier to ensure everyone has a Rupture rather than Garrote, because it's quite long to having to wait for the cooldown and keep on applying Garrote to every target as well. So look, you're just going to keep applying Rupture, Crimson Tempest falling off, so apply that back. Caustic Spatter is gone, so on my main target I'm going to put that back on, put a Garrote back on, put a Rupture back on. Going back to another dummy, put my Rupture on there, and then that's it. And then Envenom, put my buff, caustic spatter to do reapplication of it, and then that's literally it. The tempest is falling off, ensure that's stacked on. Garrote's falling off, show that. Caustic spatter, which is here, that's falling off, ensure that that's on. And yeah, that's literally AoE done for Assassination. Rupture's falling off, put that back on. Sorry, Donegal has a lot of lag. Rupture's falling off, put that back on. Rupture's falling off, put that back on. Caustic spatter's off, so I need to apply that again. Garrote's falling off my main target, so apply that again. Crimson Tempest went off, so apply that again. And that is literally Assassination AoE done. Again, because it's a 1 minute cooldown, and then Deathmark is 2 minutes, so you can apply Shiv and Kingsbane and then let it build up and then do Shiv in the last 8 seconds again. Obviously, if you want to min-max your damage, you can vanish during your Deathmark to apply Garrote to everyone again, but also because of improved Garrote, it will do more damage during a Deathmark again, because this will run off and your Deathmark will still be on the target, so that's something you can do. And let's say your tank is chain pulling, obviously you can use vanish again, once again, for indiscriminate carnage to, you know, vanish, and then you can reapply Garrotes to everyone rather than having to, ruptures to everyone rather than having to, you know, change target and everything. That's what I've learned to do as well, to save my vanishes really for chain pulling tanks. So for single target, what you're going to do is pretty much the same thing. You're going to hit an ambush, and you're going to apply your Garrote, you're going to apply your rupture, and then you can just literally pop your Deathmark cooldowns, pop your Kingsbane. 5 knives when there's a proc. Just literally wait for the last 7 seconds of Kingsbane, 8 seconds of Kingsbane, apply Shiv, and then that's literally apply your Garrote again. That's kind of your single target done, and then you just keep doing mutilate and envenoms until you see your dots are falling off. So look, the last 6 seconds they say to reapply rupture, so I'm going to do that. Last 6 seconds of Garrote, so reapply that, and that's pretty much it. That's single target done. Single target for Assassination isn't the best, and it's not the hardest either. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you just keep doing this until your cooldowns come back, your Kingsbane will come back, so you can do that and Shiv, and then you just wait your Deathmark and then just reapply everything again, and that's honestly it. Very simple, very easy. So let's say you swap to a single target raid build, right? In this build, what you'll do is you'll have 2 Shivs, okay? And everything else will be the exact same, but your mutilate will also turn into an ambush during your rotation. I think that's just for more damage. So you apply Deathmark, then you apply Shiv, because Shiv will increase nature and bleed damage done. So your Deathmark will get stronger. But at the same time, you'll apply your Kingsbane after this, because it does nature damage, so that'll be buffed up from the Shiv before. And then you'll apply Shiv again the last 7 to 8 seconds, which will then, because you got 2 stacks of Shiv, which will take you through the duration of Kingsbane. But besides that, everything is the exact same. Right, so what you do is you would hit ambush into Garrote, into another ambush, into a rupture, apply Deathmark, apply Shiv, apply Kingsbane. Oh nice, we didn't really need to. Apply Envenom, wait for that last 8 seconds of Kingsbane, apply another Shiv, and then literally just reapply your dots, and that's it. That's your single target done. And then your mutilate becomes ambushes, doing more damage. But that's pretty much it. The single target of Assassination is nothing special, right? It's not the strong suit of it. It's the AoE. But yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy spec, really. Right, so just a quick explanation on Darkest Night, right? So do you know how we start off with an ambush? You don't need to start off with an ambush if you already have the Darkest Night proc. So let's just say I got a Deathstalker's mark on someone. Let me just use all of that up, right? And then that means I get the Darkest Night, which I have here. So when you have that, you don't need to open up with ambush, okay? So let me just do single target. Let me just do AoE rotation here, sorry. So right now, because I have this up, I won't need to open up with ambush. So instead I'll just do, let's talk me out stealth, but I'll just do Garrote, rupture, and then ambush to then start caustic spell, 5 knives, and then yeah, just get Crimson Tempest up, and then go back to my rotation. And that'll be that. I'll just keep managing, so I need to press shift now because there's last 8 seconds of Kingsbane. And then yeah, my cost spar's getting off. I'm going to reapply that. Crimson Tempest is falling off, so I'm going to apply Grow on my main target, and I'm going to apply Crimson Tempest on everyone. I'm not going to grow all my targets because that'll take way too long. I'm going to apply Course Expire again. I'm going to apply Rupture on another target. Fan of Knives, put a Rupture on another target. Fan of Knives, put a Rupture on another target. Fan of Knives, put a Rupture on another target. Crimson Tempest is falling off, so I'm going to reapply Crimson Tempest. Apply my Garrote there. Course Expire is gone, so I'm going to reapply that. Then go back and apply my Rupture there again. And then I'm going to apply End Venom from End Venom buff. And that's literally it. If you can genuinely manage the dots and stop them falling off, ensure Course Expires on there and everything, you probably do it even better than me. And that's literally it. And you're sorted. And therefore, very briefly, that's how you do Assassination Rogue. Simple and easy, straight to the point. Start with Ambush for Deathstalker's Mark, and then you just grow everyone. Rupture, max combo points of like 7-6 combo points everyone because of Indiscriminate Carnage, which means it spreads. Then you're going to hit a Mutilate on your Rupture target to cause Course Expire. You're going to hit a Fan of Knives because it'll be a proc. You'll get max combo points. You apply Course Expire on everyone, and then you just literally Fan of Knives, End Venom to ensure you have your End Venom buff at the same time applying dots to everyone. It sounds confusing, but it's so easy if you just practice. Genuinely just practice. Ambush, grow, Rupture, Mutilate, Fan of Knives, Crimson Tempest, and then Fan of Knives, End Venom, and just watch everyone's dots, and then just reapplying Rupture to those who are falling off, Crimson Tempest to those who are falling off, and ensure your main target, who has a Deathstalker's Mark, has a Garrote and a Mutilate for Course Expire. That is it. That is it. Hope this makes more sense and is easier. Practice and it'll be sorted. Ambush into Garrote, Rupture, Ambush or Mutilate for Course Expire, Fan of Knives, Crimson Tempest, Fan of Knives, and Venom, and then just literally monitor everyone's dots. Course Expire's falling off, so reapply that. Garrote's falling off, so reapply that. Then, you know, just ensure everyone has everything got Course Expire's going. I need Crimson Tempest is falling off, so I'm gonna, you know, reapply that. And then just Fan of Knives, max common points, and Venom. Course Expire's going, so I'll reapply that, and Venom. And then see Rupture's falling off for this target here. So I'm going to reapply Rupture. Rupture's falling off on this target here, so reapply Rupture. Go back to my primary target, put my Garrote and Course Expire back on. Then, you know, Rupture's falling off on this target, so reapply Rupture. Reapply my End Venom buff. Rupture's falling off on this target, so then reapply Rupture there. Course Expire's falling off, so reapply that. And that is literally it. Well done, you've learnt Assassination. I hope this has helped, and if this has helped, like and subscribe for more, and please follow my Twitch and the socials in the comments. Description down below. Thank you.